All right, bet. So let's go. What are the awards they give out each year? Most valuable player. Right? Most improved player. Give me some award names, chat. We're going to give out awards right now. Let's do awards. Is most improved like comeback player? We can't put like defense and shit like on it. So what else? Chat, give me some thing. Yeah, by the way, yeah, the G Herbo thing, and anytime I speak the truth, niggas always say I'm hating because, I've realized people, like this industry, why niggas say I hate? It's because this industry is all about, it's hustling. It's not about reality and objective reality. It's all about dick riding when money is coming in. Like, for example, I like Max B. I don't want to comment on Max B anymore. You know why? Half of New York feels like Max B is going to restore something that I don't think he will. And also, they're kind of being diluted. And if you point that out, they call you hating. Like what the fuck? You waited 25 years for him to get out of jail and hate? And they're like really mad at you if you have any constructive criticisms. Like any constructive criticisms about Max B. Like, for example, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been looking to see a dope-ass Max B performance. I've seen one. It was at Excel nightclub in Jersey. But I think we're trying to figure out if, like, the hype around a guy that's been incarcerated for a couple decades coming out, that's great. But where's there's no music that I think people are reminiscent of. Pooh Shiesty just got out. All right, everybody remember, I got my own fire, don't need security in the club. There's no song from Max B that has the same feeling for anybody outside of New York City. If you level that, I wouldn't call it criticism, but that just objective critique, I see how, I see New York DJs commenting anytime I've been objective, like they feel like it's hate. They're like, yo, you hating on Max B. Yo, I'm like, oh, okay, so you don't want constructive criticisms. All right, bet. So, I try to just keep it objective, but I do know people don't like that because hip hop is the only place that they don't respect objectivity. It's all about dick riding in a sense of so-and-so's. Hip hop is still seen as a hustle. So even fans, when things are happening and someone is supposedly going good or getting money, you making criticisms is not going to be taken as, oh, okay, you're actually being objective. It's going to be like, yo, why you hating on that nigga, bro? It's seen as hate. Like, for example, it was all cool to call everybody a snitch. But if you talked about Young Thug a certain way, it's like, yo, bro, why you hating on Thug, bro? You hating on Atlanta, bro? It's like, yeah, because Thug was kind of marketed as the guy to bring back Atlanta. So now, if there's critiques of him, people don't like it. When we were criticizing Gunna, everybody don't mind. 6ix9ine, everybody don't mind. So I've gotten to realize that that's where my commentary, when people call me out on my commentary most of the times, it's not because they think, and there's times I am being biased, but they don't think I'm like just lying. They don't like when you say objective shit about niggas that they're dick riding at the time. It's facts. Okay. Let's get some more categories. Most improved. Oh, let's do most consistent. Most consistent player. We're just trying to get some moment of the year. Moment. I like what you guys suggested. Moment of the year. What else? Somebody say I can't name even 5 Jay-Z songs. I could probably name every song off Reasonable Doubt. Definitely the Black Album. I could name probably every song off Blueprint, the first one, and probably most songs off Volume 2. I know a lot of Jay-Z songs. I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. I just don't believe Jay-Z is the greatest of all time. Jay-Z's in my top 5. I've never, You see, that's another thing about with criticisms. When you criticize someone who everybody's dick riding, now you're the biggest hater in the world. It's like the LeBron thing. Is there anybody in here who don't necessarily hate LeBron, but it's like your friends think you hate LeBron because you're always checking them because you're dick riding too much? They're dick riding LeBron so crazy that when you point out like, yo, bro, dude just scored 8 points, maybe he ain't like that no more. Yo, bro, he's 40. You hating on the GOAT, bro. Why you wait, I can't point out that the guy played 37 minutes and only scored 8 points? But he made the last play, yo, he's not selfish. Shut up. It's okay. Let's be objective for once. Okay. Most improved, most valuable, most consistent moment of the year. And I think we can get to, we should get Rookie of the Year. Thank you for that. Rookie of the Year. That sounds dope. And by the way, I'm not saying the dick run in hip hop is only with LeBron. Not LeBron, I mean Jay-Z. Sometimes there is Drake dick riding too. I will be honest. And again, all rappers have faults. The quickest way for you to figure out if you're dick riding anybody is if you rank them number one in everything. Like, for example, I think Drake is the greatest rapper. Do I think he's the greatest lyricist and the greatest MC of all time? Or the greatest freestyler? No. You know, I know what he's good at. I know what I've seen other people like seemingly be able to compete or maybe be better at, and it's okay. You know? Usually the people who are dick riding, like, they're delusional. Like, the niggas who are telling you LeBron is scoring 8 points, but he's still top 5 in the league. You're like, this guy's retarded. Like, this nigga, man, right? Okay. Most influential. Y'all turn this into an awards show. I was trying to make it like end of year awards, like it was more like a NBA season. Most influential. Okay. All right. Give me or most important. Snitch of the year. Let's not call it snitch of the year because no one wants that title. But let's say what would be a category about who overcame the most or most viral or something? Oh, we'll do biggest fall off. Yeah. Okay. Let's kind of go through it. Most valuable player, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. This year, and I'm not going to hold on, give me 1 second. I have one more category. Biggest biggest level up player of the year. Biggest level up player. Do you get that category? It's like a player that was seen as here, and by the end of the year, we know he's here. Like, he used this year to kind of cloud up to really do his thing. All right, I'm going to go down this list. You guys tell me, you tell me if I'm wrong. This goes to NBA Youngboy. I'm sorry. NBA Youngboy is the most valuable player or most valuable rapper of the year. I believe through his music, his story, I believe his tour, his presence on hip-hop, it gave a new life into what some people feel like. People feel like this is like a holdout year. People feel like this is like a shortened season. Like, this is a year where a lot of people didn't participate. They feel like this is a year that's still feeling the it's still feeling the fallout of Kendrick and Drake, which is last year. Youngboy didn't give a fuck, went on the road and made moment after moment, and I think clearly he's the most valuable player of the year. Most improved player of the year. Now, this might be a little bit controversial, but I don't think it's controversial. And the only reason I'm saying it's controversial is because I think some people are going to be like, nah, Ak, you can't give it to this person because he's been around for a while and he's been dope. And I agree. But this is going to go to G Herbo. And what I mean by most improved is not that his talent got better, but G Herbo had a pocket. You know, he's had little ups and downs or whatever, but like he's had a pocket where people knew G Herbo was going to fall into. And G Herbo, to me, he went up like, you know, I have tiers in terms of rappers. Like we have the A tier rappers. That's the A plus tiers. That's the Drakes, the Kendricks, or whatever. Then you get to the A tier, and that's the Young Boys, the Cardis, the whatever. And then you get the B tier, and that's, you know, it's kind of eluding me who would probably be B tier. Then you have the C tier and the D tier. I always thought G Herbo was a C tier, maybe B tier at times, artist. I think this year, G Herbo, he's like pushing A tier. Now, clearly G Herbo's not Young Boy. Clearly he's not Cardi. But he's one rung under them, and I don't think he's ever been that in his career. So that's why I'm saying he's improved. Not talking about his skill, but I'm talking about in, you know, and maybe I'm kind of conflating categories here because biggest level up player, that might be most improved. So I might, maybe I take this out. But G Herbo has had a phenomenal year. And a year that, you know, despite shit, G Herbo says some stuff about me, but you know me, I'm going to call a spade a spade. That's another thing that some people don't like. Until it gets personal with a rapper, like super personal, like I'm pretty objective, right? Like, you know, shit, I told Meek, I was like, yo, even when me and you had disagreements at first, I felt I was still being objective until we got to a point that I did feel it was personal. And then I lacked objectivity. That's a fact. But for the most part, I do keep it very objective, or I try to be. So, yeah, I got G Herbo as most improved. Okay, most consistent. It's going to be an interesting one. Who has fed us all year, people? Giving us music, moments. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the highest level, but the person who has been around and understood that fans of hip-hop require music, require moments, require things to excite us, things to entertain us, and have kept the culture going by being a constant precipitant. Who is that? I think I got my answer. Gunna. I got to give you your credit, my boy. I got to give you your credit. Let me tell you this. This is why, and shout out to you. We'll show it in a second. I see you bringing up Moneybagg Yo. That's dope. I told you the dam is about to break. The dam is about to break because they're realizing that people have picked and chosen who the snitches are or who the cool club guys are. And some people are realizing that why are they going to acknowledge, because you know who's doing it, right? It's only the cool club. I want to make this very clear. The only niggas that was trying to ostracize Gunna is the niggas that's now having an internal turmoil of figuring out what they're going to do with Thug. It's Thug's crew. So Thug's crew was the crew that was the cool crew. I'm going to speak very just straight up. And again, y'all can get mad at me all you want. This is how I always give it up. I'm going to always tell my truth. Thug's crew, that Atlanta crew, him, Baby, Savage, everybody else who want to be in that crew, there's producers, they were the cool crew of hip-hop. Drake want to be cool with them. Everybody want to be cool with that crew. They were the cool crew, right? Now, it's easy. When 6ix9ine's a snitch, everybody in hip-hop that's a street nigga could just say, fuck 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine never was cool with no street niggas, right? And even the few, like, close to street niggas he was cool with, niggas would look at them like say a Tory and be like, yo, Tory, you fuck with this nigga? Yeah, right. Gunna becomes a cooperant, and the cool crew says, we're kicking him out. We're getting him out of here. The cool crew is still seen as cool. Young Thug gets locked up. Everybody, which, by the way, I do want to also bring this up Maybe I'll do this as a separate topic. Could somebody tell me for the life of me what the fuck is going on in hip hop? Is niggas just fake or what's going on? When Young Thug was locked up, every time I seen some niggas touch the stage, and maybe he was the leader of the Cool Crew, yo, free Thug, free YSL. Every interview, yo, they using lyrics against us. Every interview I seen, niggas was dick riding. Let me not say dick riding because they were campaigning, hoping that Young Thug got free, which he eventually did. How come Dirk is locked up? And I've been watching these concerts. I don't see one nigga say free Dirk. Not one. Not one. The Cool Crew don't say it no more. Nobody says free Dirk. Is anybody gonna say free Dirk? I know Dirk is in jail not thinking about this, but this shows me how fake the entire industry is. Is that I'm gonna be honest with you. And I would love to talk to Dooley Lowe about this in the OTF crew. I'm not saying these guys maybe have not, either, donated. Like, for example, Young Thug said, I sent my lawyer to go help Dirk. But I haven't heard Dirk's name in these niggas' mouths, pause, like how people kept the name and the legacy of Thug alive. Like, people were like, no, we need Thug, like Thug. And I don't know what that is. Because I'll be honest, Dirk was part of the Cool Crew too. That's a fact. The Cool Crew of hip hop. This is why him and Baby did that album. That was the Cool Crew YN album. Everybody know, right? When Dirk and Baby did the album, then Meek, he was the OG of the Cool Crew, right? Then you have Baby. No, you have Spider. He's in the Cool Crew. And I wouldn't say Future's in a Cool Crew, but he fucks with the Cool Crew. That's a Cool Crew. Let's keep it a beat. There's a Cool Crew. There's a Cool Crew. You know who's not in the Cool Crew? And this is why, think about the niggas who's not in the Cool Crew. This is why they've never been popping. And this is why I said shit is changing now because the Cool Crew looks a little different. YFN Lucci never used to be in the Cool Crew. That's why his shit couldn't really go nowhere. Rollo ain't never been in the Cool Crew. And y'all can say he ain't that talented musically, but that's why his shit ain't going nowhere either. It was either you're in that Cool Crew or fuck you. And then the Cool Crew now has taken many different shapes. They kicked Gunna out, so everyone would say Gunna's a rat. And then the whole YSL thing happened and the leaked phone calls and interrogations, and now they're talking crazy about Thug. But in the Cool Crew, we see Wham stop picking up the phone, and then we seen a little bit of fracture, but now they're trying to put it back together, and I'm like, it's interesting, but I do want to tell you in hip-hop, the Cool Crew is a thing. And I think because the Cool Crew broke up, and this is just my thought, y'all can get the rapper, they're all going to hit me like, yo, what are you talking about? Bro, I'm only talking facts. Ever since, the only reason why more niggas is fucking with Gunna now, because I see Moneybagg Yo coming out, they're fucking with Gunna now because the Cool Crew who was setting the rules for everybody who wanted to be in a Cool Crew, y'all are having a inner turmoil and a civil war because y'all couldn't figure out how to either call a spade or how to properly explain the Young Thug interrogation video. That's what it was. So now niggas is looking at the Cool Crew to say, yo, y'all the Cool Crew. Like, nobody said nothing, so they're like, word? Y'all were mad vocal on Gunna. All right, fuck it then. We'll go fuck with Gunna. It's cool. Y'all can't, they didn't keep it consistent, honestly. And I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's honestly how I feel. I feel like mad people about to fuck with Gunna because the Cool Crew of hip-hop, they realized, basically sent a lot of people off acting like they're standing on business about this and third, and that Cool Crew shit is over. It's over. So everybody could come fuck with Gunna now. You could be in Club Live with him. By the way, Offset was fucking with him from a long time ago. You could come out on stage with him. Moneybagg Yo. You could do whatever you want to do, bro. It's okay. So Gunna's back in the game. In hip-hop, there's always one Cool Crew. Right now, the Cool Atlanta crew is done. It's all done. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit's done. There's always gonna be a Cool Crew, though. We're gonna see what the next one's gonna be. Anyway, I went through that for no reason, but Gunna is the most consistent. I felt like Gunna has given us consistent music. He's always been a good artist. He's shown up on tour. He's not doing it with too much industry support, but I do think that his consistency and his dedication to giving the fans what they want has kept him afloat and people still love him. Biggest level up player. Nah, I don't want to do that one. Should I do okay, I got a new category. Next superstar in line. Now, I keep telling you about hip hop. That's why I was even telling you about the 30s thing. If you're a mid rapper in the 30s, like, you're done. Like, bro, quit it. Like, go build a house. Like, my nigga, like, go mow some lawns. Like, bro, go deliver mail, bro. Like, it's over, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Some of these niggas like, yo, it's the label. No, it's not, nigga. It's your birth certificate, nigga. Rap don't like niggas who are in their 30s unless you're great. Being honest. You gotta be great. Or maybe you have a niche following, but most of the people relies on the ebbs and flows of who's hot and who's not. Right? Like, if you have like that niche following, like the Clips, like, well, some people would say they're great too, but like the Clips, they have a dedicated niche support. Yeah, they can rap till they're 50. The rest of y'all that are kind of like looking for the ebbs and flows of what's hot and what's not, if you aren't considered great, you're going to be done by 30, trust, or 32. The people who I think are going to last, especially going to the 30s and maybe 40s, and be prolific, are going to be the superstars. And we're in a time of trying to figure out, where are the next superstars? Let me tell you how fucked rap is. And I keep telling you that the internet has kind of hindered rap a little bit, but also labels and their spending. I'm going to give you a quick example. It's no way, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick have been the guys since like 2014, 2015. It's no way 10 years later, they're still the only stars and we don't have anybody even in line to replace them. In 2010, 2011, 2012, when Kanye was still the guy, this and third, by the way, Ye's always the guy, but you get what I'm saying. You had a lineup of new rappers that were set to take over. There was going to be a changing of the torch, handing of the baton. They were going to say, hey, we're going to go and run with this. And some of them kind of flustered, the Wale's and the, Meek, he had to run, but then whatever. But essentially that class did take over. This is the first time I've seen it's been a 10-year window vacant without any group of artists that we think are going to take it into the next, like, who's going to be here? Like, if I had to ask you, who's going to be the guy selling 500,000 first week in 2032? You know what you're going to say? Oh, it's Drake. Well, Drake is going to be 45 at that point. It's going to be 45. Oh, it's Kendrick. Kendrick's going to be 44. Oh, it's J. Cole. He's going to be the same age. We have no artists that are young that are looking at superstardom. Now, here's my explanation for it. I believe a lot of these artists aren't enticed to chase superstardom anymore. Why? Because as soon as they become marginally famous, they have a hit on TikTok, it gets to the Billboard charts, they get a deal. There is no more incentive to chase going up a really narrow and steep hill to become a superstar. So they don't even want to be a superstar. They just want to be on and getting some money. Oh yeah, we show up to the club, we get 30 bands, we do this, that's it. Where Drake, Kendrick, and Cole are, it probably requires things that are like ancient to this generation of artists. Brand development, artist development. You have to have these artists that develop a catalog, come year after year, realize that you can't perform. Like, your biggest song when you're getting booked this year can't be a song from 2 years ago. You got to keep doing it, reinventing yourself. You got to, like, it's so much to get to the level of Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. I don't see nobody even trying to get there. So, of course, those are super duper stars, but I don't see many people trying to be a superstar. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. These guys want to be stars. And this reminds me of a conversation and an argument I did have with Joe Budden. Y'all could go back and watch that episode. Maybe I could Google it and find it. We argued about superstars. Let me see. Akademiks, Joe Budden, superstars. We argued about it like almost 10 years ago on Everyday Struggle. Everyday Struggle. I can't remember it. But we were arguing about what it is to be a superstar. And honestly, these days, I definitely believe that there is no incentive for people to be a superstar. So, I feel like I've said a lot, but with that in mind, I think the closest person to have broken this mold, and when I mean this mold, of maybe you got a niche following, maybe you're lit in certain aspects, but you want to be a superstar to the highest extent. I think that person is none other than Playboi Carti. I think Playboi Carti has had a niche audience. He's had a cult following for the longest, whole lot of red. We all know he was, doing his thing. But I think with this album that he dropped this year, Music, was his biggest attempt to try to bring the mainstream to what he already does, but stay authentic, and also get to the levels of Travis Scott, a Kendrick, and a Drake. And if I had to say, I would say if we're looking at all the current crop of artists who are next in line to become a superstar, remember, a superstar is the A+ tier. The Kendrick Lamars, Drakes, J. Cole. There's not that many of them. We're going to add Travis Scott and probably Future. Those are superstars. Nicki Minaj as well, of course. I think Playboi Carti is there. Okay? Playboi Carti, I believe, is the artist that this year he's positioned himself. He's the next in line. Chat, can we name all the superstars currently in hip-hop? Tell me if I miss anyone. Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Future, Travis Scott, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. Who am I missing? Superstars. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? These are S tier. If we had you know that ranker that they do. These are S tier. I gave you 7 already. Uzi and Kodak, they're not superstars. They're not superstars. Ye would be on that list. Yes. Even though I feel like we needed some more musical contributions from him this year, but yes, Ye's on that list. This is a rare list. Uzi and Kodak, they're stars. So, I don't want to have to pull up one of these little ranking things, but the Weeknd's a superstar, yes. Weeknd as well. I was trying to keep it hip-hop, though. I already said Future. Future's a superstar. $21. I don't know if 21 is a superstar. And it's my friend. I talked to him the other day. He said, I feel like sometimes you leave me out of the conversation because you know me. And I felt fucked up. He said that to me multiple times before. I don't know if he's a super. Think about the superstars I'm saying. Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Future, Travis Scott, Nicki, Cardi, and Ye. I don't know if we put 21 Savage with those people. By the way, if you ask me, Cardi and Youngboy are neck and neck to be in that next realm. I just put Cardi because of the album. I think his album was a global and a hip hop esque album. No matter, like, there's a song for everybody on there. Rod Wave, not yet. I think Rod Wave is one big commercial album away. But Rod Wave is absolutely he's a megastar. So Uzi megastar, Savage megastar. But then when we talk about Drake, he's a superstar, right? Okay. Moment of the year. What is the moment of the year? Tyler the Creator. Hmm. Tyler is either a superstar or he should be competing with Cardi for that award that's give out. Yeah, we could probably put Tyler in there, right? I still don't understand the full Tyler wave. So that's why I don't want to definitively say what it is. I feel like I understand these other guys more than him. Some people say wireless 3 days for Drake. Some people say YB tour. Just give me the moments that you guys think were the ones. Rod Wave's a megastar. Oh, was the Kendrick Super Bowl thing this year? Nah, yeah, it got to be. Yeah, yeah, moment of the year. Yeah. I'm a fair nigga, bro. I'm a fair nigga, bro. Yeah, Kendrick Super Bowl was a moment of the year. Yeah, if that happened this year, yeah, that was. Yo, I'm telling you, I think not only did it break all the records for the Super Bowl. Yes, I get it. It was championed around hate, this and third. But everybody wanted to watch that moment to see if this nigga was gonna still say these things in light of a lawsuit, this and third. He did. I'll give it a moment of the year. We gotta be honest, bro. We gotta be honest. Rookie of the year. Now, here's the thing with Rookie of the Year. If you heard about him more than like 2 years ago, they're not a rookie. Top left, bro. You said bro said Gunna's more consistent than Drake. I'm saying Gunna is delivering to his audience consistently and having consistent results. That's why a lot of people thought Gunna was gonna fall off, and that the hype of him dropping music after he told was gonna be over. He's kept that up by consistency. He's consistently dropped music. He's toured. He is consistently active. And, when you think about a consistent player, it don't got to be the best player. It got to be the player that shows up, does what they have to do. And it's like, I like fast food restaurants, as you guys should know. The reason why I like it is that, a Big Mac should taste the same in every city. A Whopper should taste the same in every city. If I get a fucking spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, it should taste the same in every city. That's consistency, right? Rookie of the year. I'm checking the chat out. Who is rookie of the year? I'm seeing some good names. Oh, you guys got some names today. Wow. I think it's disrespectful to call Ken Carson a rookie. I think it's disrespectful. If Ken Carson was considered a rookie, he clearly wins by a mile. But I won't disrespect him. He's not a rookie to me. To me, Ken Carson is not a rookie. But if he was, he wins this by a mile. So just know I'm not snubbing him. I just didn't consider him a rookie. I'm seeing Hurricane Wisdom. By the way, Yeat's not a rookie either. Hurricane Wisdom, EBK Jabo. Okay. Big X the Plug. Are we still saying Big X the Plug is still a rookie? And Boss Man D-Lo. Do we call Central C a rookie? I feel like no. I feel like if I say Big X the Plug is a rookie too, that's a little bit disrespectful. No. I think we got to call him a rookie. He dropped his, I believe, debut album within the last year or so. Yeah, EBK. No, not EBK Jabo. I got to give a category for EBK Jabo, but Big X the Plug. Underground YN of the Year Award. This going to EBK Jabo, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. EBK Jabo's music has me contemplating committing several felonies. I can't even lie to you. EBK Jabo's music. If they were banning people for wearing snowman shirts for Jeezy, if we haven't, if we didn't mature in how people think about music and art and expression, I'm telling you right goddamn now that EBK's music would be banned from a lot of motherfucking places, bro. EBK Jabo's music is straight crash out, but it's still polished, but it's gritty and raw. Somebody who's been incarcerated a bunch of times, but I don't think his incarceration is setting back any bit. I hope he gets out soon. His music is a refreshing air of, a lot of times the more these guys get in the industry, you could tell when the A&R shaped the album or some OG from the label who's saying, oh, make this radio record, or you need to do this collab. EBK Jabo music, up until this point, feels like a YN making a polished music. His project felt like, obviously I won't compare it to or say it's equal to, but it gives you the vibes of when you heard Chief Keef for the first time, when you knew it was authentic. You knew, oh, this ain't no label shit. Oh, this is a nigga who's, okay, it's one of those. So shout out to EBK Jabo. Who's most influential to y'all? By the way, shout out to Rio as well. Who is the most influential artist this year? Some people feel like Diddy was the moment of the year. I know which we're going to give to Diddy. Pause. And before we get to most influential, I'll tell you what Diddy wins. Biggest event of the year. Diddy trial. That's a fact. Diddy trial was by far the biggest event of the year. Everybody knows my birthday's in May. I didn't go on vacation until July. Why is that? The trial was going on, and we were glued to it every single day. You guys would come in here and watch me 5 days a week. Thank you all to all the people who went to the trial actually and dealt with the circus outside, but went inside and gave us so much great information. Shout out to Lauren Conlon, shout out to Strong G. It's a lot. It is a lot of stuff that came from that. I felt like hip hop was also collectively stopping and kind of watching to see, okay, we've heard the rumors, let's see what's true. And also some people saying, okay, like, how much of this is criminal in the sense of a lot of these guys pay for pussy. And they're like, well, if Diddy is guilty of paying for pussy, do they got to switch their game up? And, they were trying to figure that out, right? So that's the biggest event of the year. But who's the most influential? Some people say Kai Cenat is the most influential. We're trying to keep it with the rappers, y'all. Who's the most influential, y'all? Who? Who is the most influential to y'all? Kendrick? I don't think so. Skrilla? Nah. Ken Carson? Nah. Cardi? We gotta see. We have to see the influence, right? We have to see the influence. Somebody say Yay, YB, Future. I feel like we're missing something. Name me like an artist or a wave that they had. I want to throw a name in there for most influential. I want to throw a name in there for most influential for 2025. But I feel like y'all going to be mad at me. Y'all going to be like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Because nobody said that name. Not one of y'all are saying this name. Not one of y'all is saying this name. But I would say the most influential goes to Cash Cobain. Oh, y'all gonna hate me. Cash Cobain out of New York. I felt like he was one of the artists that started a new wave, a new style, and I think a lot of people started started using that to help their careers. Whether it was his own contemporaries in New York, I think Drake is, kind of, indulging what he got going on. Again, we're talking about only in this year. We're not talking about all over their career. That's why when y'all saying Cardi or whatever, like we're just talking about for 1 year. Remember, we didn't have that much music this year. But keep in mind, the music you heard, I heard a lot of people trying to have a sexy drill feel or kind of like tap into, because what Cash Cobain did was really popular among TikTok and all the young kids. They love it. People, again, I feel like he was one of the most influential people when it came to music. We're talking about just music, chat. I'm tripping? I'm getting on Discord right after this, or maybe I wait for a second because I do want to cover the Diddy and 50 topic. No? I'll leave that for there. I have an artist in mind. I'm trying to figure out. You see, if I was doing an award show, if we're gonna award people, we can't leave out the players who did they shit. What award would this person get? Chat, y'all figure out the category. But I'm going to be honest with you. For 2025, I wouldn't feel comfortable even giving out awards if I didn't give Glorilla an award. I got to be honest. Glorilla did a thing this year. I'm not no hater, chat. Everybody know, you can't find a hater bone in me. You can't find a hater bone in me. So, chat, what award? We got to give Glorilla some award. Most improved, like, I don't want to say most improved. Like, what would it be? Glorilla needed an award. For what Glorilla did, she needed an award. Now, Glorilla came different this year. Now, I don't want to call it best female artist, because that makes it seem like she's only competing with females. And I think she held it down so good, we don't got to just mention her as a female. We could just say she did a thing. You think she the biggest influence? Yo, we gave our most improved. I was going to say most improved, but we gave that G Herbo. Hardest working? Breakout artist? I like that. Chat, we're not giving out female and male awards. Everybody's in the pool together. This ain't WNBA. Fuck all that. Glorilla killed it this year. Glow, you went crazy, girl. I can't even lie to you. Glow, I'm saying this because I know some people think, and they'll be like accurate hate or whatever. And I'm never somebody who's too cocky to say I'm wrong. When Glow, remember when me and Glow was getting into it? I was sowing the seeds because I was seeing it. I said, oh, this chick is about to be done. So I'm like, yeah, she about to be finished. And I love beefing with rappers when I could predict the end. Because you know why? They come to me and say I killed their careers. Yo, I'm at Complex Con. I want to tell you who I was talking to. They're like, yo, Ak, they're naming rappers, but they're giving me credit. They're saying you killed their careers. And I'm like, what? They're giving me the credit like I killed these rappers' careers. No, the rappers beef with me at an odd time, and I seen the end of the road, and I just documented it. So if you gonna give me credit, fine, but it really wasn't me. It's not like these guys were lightning hot. I've never killed somebody's career that's lightning hot. I quote unquote killed their career when they drop something whack, and then they say something about me, and then I walk them to the door. That's all that happens. So, Glorilla, I want to say you've proved me wrong because I did see the end for you. And when I seen the end for you, you came back with some more hits and then some more hits and more hits and some more hits. And I got to say, if it was somebody who could come out and if you tweeted right now, Ak, what up now, bitch? I proved you wrong. You're right. You're right. I'm not no hater. You're right. You're right. Glorilla went crazy this year. Got to be honest. Now, this category right here, the biggest fall off. Sometimes I sit and wonder, man. I'm like, where did they go wrong? The biggest motherfucking fall off. Who's the person that this year you're like, yo, what happened to this nigga, man? This is the, man, what happened to this nigga, man, award? Bro, what happened to this nigga? I need to see a poll. I'm on King Akademiks, and I'm opening up the Academy right now. But I need to see a poll everywhere. Get it on Kick. Get it on Rumble. I need to see a poll for this is the what the fuck happened? What the fuck is Wack doing? No. What the hell video is this? Anyway, I'll pull up a screen. What the fuck is... I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm going to throw some people in the mix. So y'all can put them in a poll. I'm not going to decide, but I'm reading from the chat. These are the people that are qualifying for the biggest fall off of the year award. These are the people. Slime. Young Thug. Yes. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Yes. I know you can say how he fell off, but god damn it, we thought he was going to give us the biggest heat, then it was the biggest disappointment, and then this happened and that happened. Yes. Yes. Actually, no. I'm going to say I got an award for him. Biggest fumble. That's Young Thug. I'm sorry. I'm just giving the award. Biggest fumble. Yeah. Sorry. So he can't get fall off because I want to put fall off. I love Young Thug's music. But he fumbled. The biggest fumble of the year, Young Thug. Fumbled the moment, fumbled the album, fumbled the opportunity, and fumbled the attention of everybody who wanted to love and support him. Biggest fumble, I believe. What's the biggest fall off? I got a few people. Here are the nominees. And if they clip this and you hear your name, don't DM me and say, Aqua, put me in there. Just ask yourself, why the fuck is niggas even thinking about me for this award? Ice Spice, I don't care how fat your ass is. Your ass is in this crowd too. Yes. Thank you, Ice Spice. Yep. Mm-hmm. Ice Spice is in this mix. Don't take me off your close friends, but it's okay if you don't. Who else? Le Bebe. You come to the congregation. I'm sorry, you gotta come up front too, bro. Le Bebe. You gotta be up front too. You gotta be. We're gonna call a spade. Yak is not gonna be in this. Yak dropped a pretty dope project. So I can't say if it was trash, I would put him in there, but it wasn't trash. Roddy Rich, I don't even want to put you in this, but I got you, bro. They said, Roddy, you got to be up in this jump. Sorry, bro. Yeah, got to bring you up in here. Sorry to tell you, brother. And Meg Thee Stallion, I'm sorry. You got to bring your ass up here, too. We can't tell your last hit. We only know about your last lawsuit, and even that you barely got a dub. Yeah, bring your ass up here too. Y'all could throw some more. I'm sorry to say, and I fuck with this nigga. Like really, I really fuck with him. We got Lebebe, but we got Debebe. Debebe, you up in this junk too. I'm sorry. We gonna get to this. So let's go. Ice Spizzle. Lebebe. Who else we said? Roddy Rich. Debebe. And who else? All y'all gotta come up in here. I'm sorry to say. Yeah. Oh, we gonna put this nigga in there too. ESTG. We need an APB up on that nigga. Where he been at? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? City Girls can't qualify. They're just finished. It's a YouTube only got 4 options. Okay, let's finalize the 4 options. 4 options. Okay, so for the 4 options, Meg Thee Stallion. Let's be honest, chat. Respectfully, Shorty was supposed to replace Nicki. All this chick has done is argue online with people, twerk on Instagram, and not drop. Even Cardi B came with an album this year. Even and you could tell Cardi B don't even want to rap. Cardi B don't even look like she want to rap. Cardi B just want to have kids. That's Cardi B's thing. I love you, Cardi. Don't get mad at me. Cardi watches the stream. She could take a joke. Yo, Cardi will call me on the phone and be like, you hell. But she understands. But yeah, Cardi, it took us 7 years to get a Cardi album. She can't say nothing. Love you, Cardi. You heard Cardi say she about to get pregnant again. So, you know what I mean? But even Cardi dropped some shit. Meg Thee Stallion, you have gotten surpassed. Yeah. Remove Ice Spice off that list. Ice Spice, you've been saved. Because at least you got this new song I don't know what song it is, but I see people moving from left to right. What new song is she promoting? Let's go look at it. Ice Spice always got some shit go. Ice Spice. I seen some shit where people are like, I don't know what song this is. Where the fuck is this song? Is this? Oh, she dropped a new video? Let's watch. Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, hell nah. Ice, I might have to throw you on this list. You speaking a whole fucking another language? What the hell? So it sound like no bitch on the Bronx? Nah, yo, Ice, I was trying to get you off the list, but I know niggas got you at a point. You speaking that guala guala shit like, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué lo que? What the fuck? Oh, hell nah. Yeah. Ice, you on that list? Yo, Ice been light-skinned, ambiguous for mad long. She claiming Puerto Rican and Dominican now. Yeah. She on the fall-off list. Yep. I'm sorry, Ice. I'm sorry. I love you. Don't get mad, girl. Yep. Ice is Dominican? What?
That's too fat. No me cabe en el Pucci. I'm cocky, bitch. You can't outdo me. I put on a panty. Crop top hoodie. Still look big.
Yo, they sent her ass to a favela in motherfucking DR? I know this spot. This is where from Yailin's from. I ain't well in them niggas. That's where 6ix9ine went to go find the love of his life. Holy.
Got a baddie, brought me tutti, tan peluche, 5 torras, 0.
No, this shit sound good though. Hold on now.
Ando trola en el compute, dame banda, yo quiero tute. No quiero coro, bitch, I'm Gucci.
You know what it is though? I fuck with Ice so much, but ever since like them Barbs stopped fucking with her because they think she fake to Nicki, shit been different. Them Barbs got a little bit of power. But Ice, I fuck with you still. But you're on the fall off list. Okay, Ice, I'm sorry. I was trying to take you off the list, but you are. So it's you, Meg Thee Stallion. We might have to cut you though, because Meg is for sure on that list. Meg might as well quit rap and go join Law and Order. Bro, we don't want to hear that shit from her no more. All that lying. Like, Meg the definition of bitch, shut the fuck up and twerk. Real talk. I'm going to keep it a bean. Watch, they're going to be on Twitter. Yo, you're getting sued next. When is it going to happen? I'll bleed her for another $3 million. All right. So Ice Spice, Meg. Is it fair to put Lil Baby on that list? Because he just dropped some new shit, and we got to give it time to see if, people are saying it fell off. Right? His snippets was weak as baby shit. Yo, I've said this. Yo, Lil Baby. Fire. Oh, yo, Lil Baby's the only rapper in rap that got a crew of friends that don't got ears. They don't have ears. Because they'll let that nigga put anything out. That's the problem. Because I listen to his leaks, and I've heard a couple snippets here and there. I always call it out. I could tell what sounds good. Lil Baby got too much dick riders in his crew. That's a fact. If I could A&R Lil Baby's album, he back home. He back popping. I'll get him with the right producer. And I think I don't think the problem with Lil Baby is not he could rap. Number one, he makes the same song a lot. But number two, I could tell he's not a musical nigga like that. You see, Kanye's a nigga who'd be like, yo, nah, those drums is whack. Take them out. No, cut the beat here. Yo, just the hi-hats. Yo, we need this instrument. Yo, bring on the harps. We need the flutes. That's Kanye. That's why Kanye is always going to be good. Kanye's goated. I'm not expecting Lil Baby to be that. But you could tell Kanye just basically tell the producers he work with, yo, just send me a pack. And he raps over the beats that sound exactly the same, and he's sounding the same, and then people say sound the same. Lil Baby, give me executive producer on your next project. I guarantee you be back popping. The only thing we got to do, all them yes man you got in the studio with no ears, get him out of there. I'm telling you, I think Lil Baby's not whack. He just put out, like, he's not curating the music anymore. So we'll get one song that we're like, oh, this is good. And then we get a bunch of songs we're like, yo, who put this out? I think Lil Baby friends are all deaf. Because Look like when Baby come out of the studio bobbing to some bullshit, they be like, yeah, put it out. It's great. So anyway, he's kind of on this list, but I don't know if he should be on a fall off list because he just dropped something. You got to give him some time, right? You got to give him some time. Who else were we saying? Y'all think Quavo's on a fall off list? I don't think so. Did he have a dud? Or like, was he popping last year? This year, we're like, what the fuck is up with him? Nigga, so I got to throw Skilla Baby on there. Mac Williams music. I'm reading every comment. I've seen 4 people, or I've seen 4 comments that say Drake, and 2 of them were the same people. Everybody know Drake ain't fall off. Stop it, bro. Oh, little TJ. TJ, I love you. You know I do love you, brother. You know how many times TJ was ready to go up on them streamers, and I'm always DMing TJ, and like we talk back and forth, be like, yo, TJ, chill, bro, like the stream club. And I always like I rock with TJ. I like him, bro. You know, and I also understand rappers that kind of, you know, they're not in tune with everything that affects the culture. Even though he's a young artist, he should know this stuff. But like, he's like an artist that has the mentality of like an older artist because he doesn't get streamers and shit like that. But you know, he's always kind of like listened to me when I'm trying to explain to him shit. But Lil TJ, I got to be honest with you, brother. You might be a candidate on the fall off list. Lil TJ, let me tell you one thing I always know about you. This is what niggas is saying. You always stay with one on you. Pause. And what I'm talking about, I don't know what these other niggas talking about. You always got a hit. You always find one. Some way, somehow. And I don't know if this year you found one. And I think it's been a little while. So TJ, I think you're on that list. You can't find it no more? Think you're on that list. Roddy Ricch. Man. I'm a big supporter of Roddy Ricch. I'm a huge supporter of Roddy Ricch. I feel like Roddy Ricch has been cursed by the box. And no, I'm not talking about some scallywag on the gram, not Layla Cakes, not none of these whores. I think the song The Box put him in a position, like, I really don't know, man. Like, I can name you like a list of songs from Roddy Ricch I felt like were just authentic and I just loved them. I've been balling every season. I wanna know. I put in new fungies on. And I don't know what happened. I felt like Roddy Ricch was one of those perfect mixes between the guys who would always have one. And I don't know, in the last few years, I won't say just the last year, I've been waiting for like yo, Roddy, come, all right, it's your turn. Drop one of them. Roddy, you're on that list. Uh-oh. What y'all do? Savage just called me. I gotta tell him I'm on stream. Don't tell me I just spammed her. The Baby. I hate to say it, y'all. I love the Baby. I think he's hardworking. I haven't heard the best way I explain the Baby recently is every time I see the Baby when I'm scrolling, nothing tells me stop. And that's what I'm saying is unlike him. Something used to say, yo, stop. Savage ain't see what I said. He'll see it later. Okay. The baby. I love you. And I do acknowledge that yes, they try to cancel you, my brother. You've went through, I would like to say, some unnecessary hardships that I feel like people were trying to hold you back. I think you're super creative. You used to get compared to Ludacris. Your visuals are off the charts. You're enigmatic. You are a dope artist. You are a dope artist. But let me tell you this. The baby, I'm gonna say what I say about LeBron James. When I ask, hey, what has this nigga done lately? Don't tell me. You know what you ask about LeBron? Yo, he's 40 years old. Yo, this, yo, nah, yo, he's letting Luka. I don't give a fuck about none of that. What have you done for me lately? That's my barometer for LeBron. I don't care if he's 75. He's still on the court. If you're hurt, don't play. If you play, you're not hurt. I don't like when people who defend LeBron all the time always bring up his age. I don't give a fuck how old he is. I'm judging him like he's 25 because he's playing against 25-year-olds. If he can't perform like them, tell him to go home. He made $1 billion already. What more does he want? And I'm going to use the same thing for the baby. I don't care if they try to cancel him. I don't care if he said, yo, and if you don't fuck men and whatever, and you in the parking lot, whatever he said on that show that got him canceled. I don't give a damn about none of that. I don't care. Where's the hit? That's all I'm going to say. Yes, they're probably working to blackball you. They're giving you a tougher and harder time than anybody else. Trust me, I know. By the way, have I seen some stuff? You know, I see he was doing the cooking stuff. Great. But baby, I've always remembered you for having like a really dope video that was cultural and everybody took on to it. And you always stay with a song. I don't know if this year I could say that. And that's my thing. You did have some good freestyles. Some of these freestyles was dope. And by the way, I hope everybody know when I'm saying these people on the fall off list for me or possibility of the biggest fall off, it's not because I think they can't rap. It's because I think you can rap and the potential is there that I'm wondering why you haven't connected the dots to get one, to get a hit, to get a moment, to get something that we're like, oh, shit, that's the baby. That ain't my baby. That, whatever. Baby is good at rapping, man. One of the better rappers, I've always said. Okay. All right. So let me get back to the list. Who's the biggest fall off? We need it. It's like the SpongeBob voice. I need it. What is it, chat? Feel like we've given everybody an award. Actually, I do have another award. Overcame either I want to do overcame the hate or overcame the most award. Who y'all think should get this one? And by the way, that's the last of the awards, okay? I think we've had enough awards. Who gets this award? Who gets this award right here? Who? We already gave Gunna an award. Most consistent. Some people say Meek. Hey, I do want to say, and I want to throw Meek's name into this whole thing. Meek, you know me, I'm not the guy, and this is not some hater shit. I'm just being real. I've never been the guy who have showered you with praises, but I don't know if you've been hacked or not hacked, but mentally infiltrated by aliens. But I do believe I've seen Meek in the last 2-3 months move the smartest. And I know I'm not drunk. I'm saying this for real. Meek has moved the smartest I've seen him move in years. I've seen him let shit roll off his shoulder. I've seen him understand internet culture. I've seen him start moving in a way that if he moved his whole career, Meek and Future would be neck and neck. Well, maybe not neck and neck, pause. Just because I think Future is just while Meek could rap better than Future, Future is just so prolific with hit making. Future's just a different type of monster. But I always thought Future and Meek were like very close. And when their careers start to go like this, as opposed to go like this, close to close, I was like, yeah, Meek is making some of the wrong moves. I will say, in the last couple months, I've seen Meek kind of move a little bit better. And I don't know if maybe quit the perks. I don't know if he's on perks, by the way. Maybe quit the lean. I don't know if he's on lean. I don't know what Meek has done, but I see Meek moving very different. It's giving his music a little bit more light. Nobody never said he couldn't rap. But I'm seeing him not make the mistakes that he used to make. Yes, he's going to have a stupid, funny tweet. He is. But I'm watching Meek, honestly, and I'm saying this now, if he gets a Went Legit type song, I wouldn't be surprised if the year we're saying that G Herbo had this year, we say Meek has next year. By the way, Meek was nominated for a Grammy this year. I want to be honest. He was nominated for a Grammy. But again, I'm watching people tell me, yo, that boy's kind of like, he's kind of getting a pocket. And hey, I like to watch it all happen. So I'm telling you, because y'all like to call me a hater sometimes. Y'all know me and Meek has never been the best of friends. Come on. So when I give credit, y'all be like, yo, I got paid for this. You know I definitely didn't get paid for this. I wouldn't be surprised if for 2026, if Meek could fuck around and catch a song that hits the hearts and souls and minds of everybody like Went Legit, that he has a year like that. And I'm only telling you that is relevant because I don't know if it's someone around him or I think maybe he's maturing a little bit. I told you I talked to him recently. Perhaps Meek Mill could stay out of his own way. I like how he's moving recently, but sometimes he's one crash out away or maybe 15 tweets away from fucking it all up, honestly. In the last 3 months, I'm seeing him doing a little bit better. I want to be honest. So overcame the most award. I do think that he's a now he's a good candidate for that, honestly. So I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna get this category to Drake. I ain't gonna cap with you. You know why? Drake, like, everybody hated on Drake last year. They say it was done. And Drake is number one in everything this year. Like, if we look at all the streaming shit, he's number one. He's the number one streamed artist. Last year, they said it was done. He's the number one stream artist this year. I think that's overcoming a lot. Last year, they're like, you're done. He's a PDF. He's going to prison. This year, you're the number one artist with the album everyone's anticipating. So I was going to give this to Drake. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give it to Drake. Honorable mention, Meek. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna do an honorable mention to Meek. I think Meek overcame some shit. Cause low key, the type of The type of like smut and all this other shit that people thought and associated with Meek, niggas thought they would never hear Meek name again. So I'll give him that. But we still ain't get this one last one, bro. The biggest fall off. I'm going to take Baby out of that list, respectfully. I'm going to say because he just dropped the leaks, it's unfair to say he fell off without really seeing what people feel about it, right? The Baby, I think his trajectory has been trending a little bit down, so I can't say like last year I'm like, oh, the Baby's super hot, and then this year I'm like, what happened? Take him out of it. Ice Spice, I ain't gonna lie to you. Ice. The thing with Ice, because she's never focused on an album, Ice is good as her last hit. Her last, whatever the last thing she put out, that's how we view her. But I think if we're gonna go, and Roddy Ricch, his trajectory's been down for a minute. Okay? So here's my final three. Roddy Ricch, Lil TJ, unfortunately. Meg Thee Stallion. Chat, we giving it to the horse. Meg Thee Stallion is fall off of the year. I'm sorry to tell y'all, chat. We have talked about this person for everything but music. We talked about her cooking Klay Thompson, some pig food, some chitlins. We talked about her for suing a blogger and getting a nominal amount of money awarded. We've talked about her, as usual, for lying. We've talked about her for twerking. We ain't talk about this woman a day this year for making some good music. This bitch done fell off. I'm sorry to tell y'all. This bitch done fell the fuck off. You could catch her everywhere but the booth. I'm sorry. We just got to call a spade a spade. This horse done fell off. The jockey fell off the horse. It's like the Kentucky Derby. We have figured out this trick. Nigga said, damn, all that talking to backtrack from everything. 21 gave him that call. No, that's not even what he called me about, nigga. Yo, why 21 tuned into the stream? He said, what you say? What you say about me on he said, what? He said, I called me after. What you say about me on the stream? I love 21. Nigga, 21, I'll say it again, nigga. I say you were in the cool club. That's a fact. You, Thug, Baby, and the rest of them, y'all were in the cool club, but the cool club is done. There's no more cool club, no more. The Young Thug blow up fucked up the cool club. And y'all kicking out Gunna out the cool club. So there's no more cool club in hip hop. I'll say it. I'm gonna tell Savage that. I love Savage, but I'm gonna tell him the truth. There's no more cool club. There's no more cool club. That's a fact. There ain't no more cool club. I think Savage tuned in mad quick. Savage, don't you have a show or something, nigga? Somebody said, oh, Savage fell off too. You be fucking lying. That's a lie. Savage is always a nigga that's in, like, because he drops so infrequently his albums. Like, if we did, all right. See, now you're going to make me give just like how I gave a category for Drake, you going to make me give a category for Savage. You want me to glaze? All right, glaze. Best feature player. All right, I'm going with Savage. Convince me why it's not. We already gave Most Improved to G Herbo. We gave Most Improved to G Herbo. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Here we go. This is the complete list. Best feature player. Convince me why it's not Savage. Best feature player. Convince me why it's not Savage. Because I'm going to give it to him. But here's my problem with Savage. I think he won this award last year too. So, brother, it's only so long you could. I was having that problem with Cardi B too. Cardi B didn't drop her album, but remember there was a year that Cardi B jumped on Lotto's song and jumped on a bunch of other songs, just killing shit. You're like, all right, this is dope, but where's your shit at? Tell me, y'all gotta tell me. Oh, is that Wayno? Yo, Wayno. Is that Wayno in the chat? Wayno, get on Discord, nigga. I would love to talk. Yo, I miss talking hip hop with Wayno. Wayno! Yo, if that's Wayno in the chat, get on Discord, bro. I'll chop it up with Wayno. By the way, Everyday Struggle, best show ever. And shout out to Joe. You know, me and Joe, I think I had a legendary. But you know what's dope? Me and Joe only went for 9 months. I felt like did 2.5 or 3 years with Wayno. Me and Wayno was thugging it out. That's a fact. No. I didn't adjust my list. My list is the same. Wayno, hop on Discord, bro. If you got time where you could talk. I don't know if you can. This is my list. I'm giving out some awards here. I made up a bunch of awards. Most Valuable Player, NBA Youngboy. Most Improved, G Herbo. Most Consistent, I'm going to give it to Gunna. Next Superstar in line, that's Cardi. Moment of the Year, that's Kendrick's Super Bowl. We got to say, I'm telling you, I remember. The reason why I'm calling it Moment of the Year, I remember the moment. Nigga, I remember the wing I was eating, nigga, watching the Super Bowl, bro. I remember it. I remember the conversations and the 2 commercials right before it started, bro. That's Moment of the Year, okay? Rookie of the Year, Big X a plug. EBK J-Bo, Underground YN. Biggest event, clearly Diddy trial. Most influential, I'm going to give it a Cash Cobain. Y'all didn't like me giving a Cash Cobain. But y'all wanted me to give most influential to Glorilla. No, we're giving highest achiever to Glorilla. Biggest fall off, Meg. Stop it. Meg, and by the way, Meg, I'm not biased. Next year, you come through with a couple albums. More albums, less lawsuits. More albums, less lawsuits. I'm going to call a spade a spade. This year, we talking about you for the wrong things, baby girl. Next year, you come with music. I see you on features. I see you doing your thing. I'm still going to think you a liar, but I'm not going to lie to the people and say you're not doing work. Right now, your ass in a courtroom more than a booth, and I got to just call a spade a spade. Overcame the most award. I gave it to Drake. I think that even watching these wrap-ups and people saying Drake had the most streamed, I get it. Some people are like, he's always going to win with the numbers, but no, that's not a given that you win with the numbers. When everyone says that you got demolished in the most popular rap battle ever and you're never going to be the same, yeah, you don't expect that person to be number 1 the next year. So that's why I have him as a winner. But I give an honorable mention to Meek. I think Meek has a potential. And I think Meek's moving a little bit different. I think. I don't know. We're 5 tweets away from him making me erase that. But for right now, okay. Biggest fumble, I'm going for Young Thug. Young Thug had the world in his palm. We wanted to support him. We wanted to elevate his career to a point it's never been. And if there was a post-jail award comeback, he did it the worst. Wife and Lucy did pretty good, by the way. Best feature player, I want to say Savage, but you guys can tell me otherwise. Somebody said comeback player of the year should be the Clips. If Wayno, let me get on this. If Wayno get on Discord, I would love to. I feel like the Clips should get some award. Oh, actually, I'll call him. All right.